Today, the discussion what they talk about is education a factor in your relationship. Education important or not important? Is it poorly married or you girlfriend and boyfriend business? Which one? So today I get two incredible guests there with me. I get Mohamed Lamin and then I get Favor. So Mohamed Lamin, what do you think about the topic? Is relationship really a factor? The level of education important?
Thank you for having me once again, Patrick. To be honest with you, I not think say education will be a factor way for affect relationship at all. Not rather, education will be a blessing to somebody in relationship. You know, you not gonna use education for like it be a deficiency on your relationship. You got to question that because the essence of being educated is to mold you, shape you into something where go be positive, not to something negative. So definitely I not see any way where education for like be a deficiency on somebody in relationship at all not. Because personally to me, if you ask me, I will tell you say I rather prefer somebody who educated than that one who not educated.
Hmm.
Because we literally they live now a modern and civilized world right now. And if we dey live in a modern and civilized world, I believe say education is required. Education for able make a determiner on the kind of person where you want to settle with or the person where you settle with. Let's put her in this hypothetical case. You know, your educational background. Sometimes relationship can get on and off, on and off. It can get back and forth. You understand what I mean? And with your educational level, when there is a crisis, it's better, they can say two heads are better than one. Where you get somebody with level headed, where you get somebody with level headed. When there is time of crisis, you know, you go notice the value of which you get to that person where not educated at all. As in this case, why I would say hypothetically,
Hmm.
somebody you run into $500 debt or whatever, and you get a spouse who is supportive, who is very very supportive. Instead of she will just be there sitting down, it will come and say, "Honey, look, I got this my project way for kick off for me, and if this get boom, we can come halfway with this debt, and at this way, we can solve this and solve this." These are the answers of education because when you get somebody who educated, it'll bring come value to the table rather than somebody who is educated. You will just sit there, be submissive, and they listen to you or they wait for you till wait till you bring come make sense. Anything where you say, they will just subject to and say yes. Now this my partner say. But somebody who educated, you guys back and forth can bring value to one yourself. So going back to the question, I really not think say education for be a factor way for in their relationship at all not. Anybody where they see education say after we don't get educated, it's supposed to be for act bougie and all. Then you when you be there, you get to be lonely at the top because you get for the struggle with your relationship affairs. Because no man or no woman want to settle with somebody where they act bougie and all of that acting and all kind of thing. And as a man, I don't think say if you use your educational level for say your educational dominance for say you know it in I learn past you so because I learn past you I say nah. We man, God put you on top of situation. You get to act accordingly. We no need for say as a man, you get for you know act brutal and all of that. So your education you get to use them wisely, you know, for let you it make you your relationship fruitful.
Okay. Um, Wild words. So, in terms of um, being in a relationship, right? Would you want to be more educated than your partner, or would you prefer the same level of education, or would you rather your partner be below the level of education than you?
Fair enough.
Uh huh.
If she's much more educated than me, I have zero problem about that. If I learn past myself, then it's fine. It is about bring together and add more value in your life. The person where you put in your life for add value to you.
Of course.
So if whether or not if I educate person or so, I don't see myself like say I have to be not in that kind of situation. I have to say no, me my land pass me. Nah,
So if you land pass, you no problem.
it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Because just based on research, right?
Yeah.
Women, when women tend to be more educated than their male partners, it tends to be a problem in most relationships.
Definitely.
Because it's the egotistic aspect of me wife get better job past me, we have to make more money past me because he, well educated, or me wife get a master's and me just get associate. I don't know.
So that then they bring the male dominance. Now, and that you for sure yourself as a man. You woman education and wealth, not for be a thing way for bother you.
But why is it always an issue though?
Now, if a woman, fair enough, all of the women in the way they act tough, being bougie, taken say because of my educational level, and if you find out statistically, you will get prove me wrong. Most of the women they not can turn out work for them well, and at the end, they can regret the decisions the way they make, and then can be lonely and lost in a road.
So,
And
can we hear from the female perspective on that?
Okay. Although you always saying, Mamela, me don't say. I go partly agree with them, and I go partly disagree with them.
Okay.
Because for me, I feel say relationship for be all about love. That's the major thing where people go inside a relationship. So education is just an additional something. Like if you're lucky enough to get somebody way educated, it's an additional something. But relationship is not about love. Okay, now it talk about something like because I'm a listener, where caught my attention, where it say where woman educated, it is able for bring come to the table. But I want for disagree that side
Okay.
because I know women there out there, they are not educated. But they bring kind of the table more than the man itself where they work. In fact, la just use me mommy as a case study because like I can always use as a case study. My mom never go school. Yeah, she never went to school. Okay. But at the end of the day, because she was hard working, at the end of the day, able make something for himself. And at the end of the day, aim be they do more na the home than me daddy will be the work. So I think say only have for be like woman educated, 9 days for supporting man. Women in there out there, we even go school, they don't know 1 from 2 or A from B, but yes, they're a very supportive partner. That's one thing I know. And another thing back where they affect most of the woman there is that this level of education, most of women there, we know that kind of people in there, we like for show yourself, more especially like when we get past the man. I'm telling you this.
Yeah.
Like if I can't get man right now, where me they get past him, obviously I not go and do that man they in control. You know why? Because I would take and say, this man they get past her, so I for can listen control and all. And really, no, I'll be honest. Honestly.
then you end up at a lost story.
Yeah, that's it.
Because a wrong decision.
Yeah, exactly. It can always happen. It can always happen because women then are so with it naturally.
So is it because of the level of education or the level of exposure that causes it? Because this they only happen way the woman they make more money.
Yeah,
so
that
they
man.
they say, oh, I make more money pass you. You need it for control me. You need it for tell me what I need for do. Which is it because of the level of education that causes it, or is it because then they make more money?
Well,
Because
I
like you
would
said,
put this.
the instant way you make,
Yeah.
just know with you mommy,
Exactly.
in a sense where she's very hardworking, she
Yeah.
makes money, but she has no level of education.
Education.
So is it the level of education or is it the money?
No.
It
the
clearly,
money.
it clearly for say it's the money, it's not
No.
education.
Yeah, it's the
so
money.
that-
It's the
that
money.
go
It's
back-
the money, yeah,
That go
it's the
back to
money.
the question was
Yeah,
you asked.
it's the money.
So education again nothing for
For
do
the
with this.
relationship. Yeah.
Now because of you don't see say now they make money, so I for
for
crack
crack.
on me, man.
Exactly.
And when you crack, the thing is, let me think about longevity
Okay.
because it's not just for now.
Yeah.
If you start now, it can turn out for the workout for you well. But if you not get longevity plans, you know, to be honest with you, my brother, then that woman go lost na the road.
No, but
Because at the come, where man noticing woman on the act that kind way there and all, it getting attention offer. It is okay. Wait till we man like I expect.
Of course.
I'm lying.
Definitely, we not a go. If
I'm lying.
If you take money in money out of his pocket, you know the border. But if you take and you expect out of him, then you don't take the man out of him. So there is a decision we go make at the end of the day. That decision get to affect you, the woman. And I'll tell you for free, no woman, no one for the lonely. Look, like just say this out clearly. You see, one of the reasons we make most of we relationship there nowadays, they're not work out for we. It's because people are not utilize their educational backgrounds well. Yes, which is you go see this lady go on date. Okay, this lady go on date with Patrick for say, then he and Patrick things don't work out well with them. Instead of after the breakup, instead of he sit down and figure out what really happened, they jump to another one without even figuring out what's the problem really is. If I am the problem, if Patrick is the problem, then the next person where they jump to, it'll be another cupcake.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. It'll be another cupcake, then to another, continue for to make the same mistakes around the circle. Then time go realize that all what you have done to do was wrong. So I don't feel say education for be a problem for it affect your relationship at all not. I don't know if you go agree to this again or you go and disagree, but not use education, utilize education well, because education are one of the most powerful tools. You can left here from the blues, maybe you travel, go abroad, you go date somebody with much more lettered, where they demand more, we want more. Not just limit on a shallow mind, say what they think of just here alone. You can travel, go abroad, where you meet somebody, say that man, maybe not top businessman or so. If you know a woman where they come closer to him, they ask her, honey, how is work? How is this? Then if there is a crisis or you get something with the struggle, which you bring an idea come inside. That man the value 10 times that woman where you understand. It's about adding more value to the table.
So for you, education is not a factor.
It's not a factor. That's what he's trying to say. That's what he's
no,
saying.
fair enough.
So what about
education can never be a problem in somebody in relationship, except if that person.
But
maybe,
you're still not answering the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So education to you is not a factor.
No, it's not a factor.
It's not a factor.
At all.
Okay. So you can be with anyone that's below your level of education and you'll still be okay?
Yeah. I could treat you up. Like,
Okay. What about you, Favor?
Well,
is
as for me,
education a factor?
I'd say education for be a factor in a relationship, because when it comes to choosing a relationship, first of all, you get for like evaluate the person, see if the person match your standard,
Yeah.
see if the person is speaking that kind of same
Of
level.
course.
I no go there, I'm educated, I go keep my when I literate. How we go to communicate?
yeah, woman how to go down for man.
No, how we go communicate? No, even some men, some men out there don't settle for less.
Of course,
They don't settle for less. How can I be educated? You're not educated.
Yeah.
How can I take you out to places?
Yeah.
How can you like express yourself? In terms of like, let's say I take you to a dinner, an office dinner. People are speaking in all the languages, and you don't know. You are not in a level. You can't understand what we're saying. So most men nowadays don't settle for less. Men settle for women who are educated because they think women that are educated are the ones that bring to the table.
So
That's
what about-
the mentality that they are having nowadays.
What about you as a woman? You won't settle for anything less.
Of course
If you're
not.
educated, your level of education should be high.
Of course not.
So do you the woman, you want for get sense past the man, or you want for let the level of education be even also one?
Well, actually, like you said, the man at the head of the family.
Uh-huh.
So for now, I don't get what decide.
But you know
But
what you want.
I know what I want.
So what you want.
In that case, I feel say a man in values based on what he can able provide.
like seriously, no.
Not
in all cases.
No, honestly.
Not in
I
all
can tell you,
cases. No. Not
if
in
a
all
man,
cases.
if a man not able to provide, then he's not a man.
No, not in all cases.
Okay.
Now I come back to what you try for say. where they say education, like educational needed in a relationship. Okay, now for example, I might be in love.
It's needed, but education also be a factor.
So it's not a major factor.
Yes,
It's not a major
where for
factor.
disturb your relationship. Rather, you foresee education as a blessing to your relationship. That's my point.
Well, as for me, I did tell you this, say, for example, right? I know somebody, he's a close friend of mine. I just use it as a case study here because, like, he's very close to me.
Calling him Leno.
No, I can't. That's personal. You get?
Let the person know.
It's
say,
somebody.
right? Yes.
It's somebody.
I know, right?
Okay, somebody.
Like somebody.
Favor is talking to you.
The
right
person
now,
know
so you
himself.
didn't know yourself.
No, the person know himself. You get? Okay, the person has been struggling with job. Like he graduated from college, he has everything, but you know now this country he has to forget work na problem. So like he get this in girlfriend when I very understanding person. The lady be the work. They all come out college together, but the lady unfortunate for can't get work. A man not be the work, a boyfriend not be the work. That's what I go say. But during the 10 day, the boy no get nothing for gear, but he yesterday to the boy, he be the provide for the relationship instead. Yeah, she was providing, even though like. And they tell me, say, Sam, this me baby, how I get so. And they tell me, say, you can't man the way the number yesterday, do with me, Sam. I say, Sam, it's a blessing. For you get one, then nowadays, we're so understanding. Where you not get nothing for get yesterday with you, and he still do provide for you. It's a blessing. Because you hardly get such people. No woman then nowadays. We want once.
So for me, I have a friend, well, a couple friend of mine. They work in the same place, right?
Okay.
But the level of education, it's not equal, but the woman, the female, the woman gets a higher level of education than the man. And they work in the same place. So now there's this job offer where they all two want. At the end of the day, they end up for choose the woman. Then the man vex. In a way, in a supportive relationship, you're supposed to say, hey, baby, yeah, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
But at the back of his mind, you know, it messes with his ego.
I feel to genuinely love him.
No, well, I don't think,
No,
I don't think
because
it's not
supposed
genuinely
to-
love.
Patrick,
The male ego,
The
the male
comp-
ego
the-
tends to come in
Yeah,
position of that.
but on with your partner, if
Yeah, but it's your partner, right? You want to be as supportive as possible.
I
but
think so the best
sometimes-
possible way for cheer him up.
Nice.
part.
But listen,
Exactly.
yeah, I understand that. But listen, this is not position where you want. Now your wife can't get out. That position there now, you can be as supportive as possible, but at times that ego.
Maybe they saying is a girlfriend or woman saying a different person because
No,
if
of course.
really not a woman,
No, of course.
you're supposed to cheer him up.
You
You know,
chair,
Biggest
but
motivator for that matter.
exactly. You
But listen, and when it comes to that, right? At the end of the day, the woman start for change because in a way change.
Okay.
Because it interacts with different people who are higher ups, different mindset. Now, the man they feel like say they're not there on the same level again. So the fact where they're not there on the same level, it tends to bring that confusion between the two. So for me, that's where the factor, like in a relationship, when it comes to the level of education and like what you they say earlier, exposure to as well, they change.
if I can get a take on that, I will feel
Hold on
like
there. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and continue that take. Family, we'll be right back.
When I say rap, you say rampage. Rap! Rap!
Loud sound.
Yeah. Check this. Yeah. But when I face it, sababu make no swas.
Big sense. Because I clap down low. Land.
Set coast. Jack them.
If you know the complex now, like you not picking. Treat you like some to me, you not picking.
Draw the football tell inside the system, le rest cake. Tell me say na level, we all fit na escape. Like this, we punchline the root it. Now for sky chase. Like a boy work not the pay. All kind of box in the sec, you know the members say for pray. Success after labor. Why man for grade envy people must wonder as God ace you up. Who got God aim for leads. Which no good go up. Now school she don't take way don't flop the head and God see you devil at the gate and me the police now this court. Satan I decide when I make his face stamp to up. Papa and picking up go back to Param. Astagfirullah, I be the papa, I be the picking boy. Small Abdullah, God be the right and sit and be the winner man. Lamb do the lie.
And the boxer, you sabi. You know sabi pass me, ask him. You know sabi dance self, ask him.
we say God in blessing indeed, make a church fair with pay. Check na MCA for Bekle aggregate, technical results run and collegiate. Say dream go come true, you be underrated.
You know Sabina T, you look like the best. But this game in you junior.
I escape for Barcelona because now all na option the 100 million and me and the winner with scholars. I will let you go they laugh away fast. When I say wrong, you say wrong, but wrong.
Are you a lady going through issues in a relationship?
I mean, even when it comes for marriage, you have to think twice. Are you ready for it? Because there are so many things where you get for sacrifice and let go.
There is a way I go look one fine boy where I want. You not go say no to me. Oh. I like you get serious relationship.
You dey chop breakfast. You dey see pepper, Mrs.
Fairs. So we're on Epic Radio 99.3. We want to open the lines, so we'll go Yeri from Fambolem. The phone line is 079 994 993. Phone line is 079 994 993. Now call in and let me get to know your own opinion on the discussion. So, Favor, let's continue the discussion. Go ahead.
So let's just with the stages now. Okay, education not for be a major factor in a relationship, but nowadays it don't become a major factor, and I can say so and I can get example because I can like why they prove my point. I get example and for game. Nowadays, man in general, as Mamela me they say about we the woman there, man in general are not for settle for less. That's not one thing.
But
I
you said
know.
that's not for settle for less.
Of course, no.
So
Woman
man
there.
woman them no for settle for less.
No. Some woman they can settle for less.
So you did settle for less? Majority of the women then nowadays maybe
But-
with mama and papa their generation then go settle, but now no one wants to settle.
But out of the 100, you must get 1% of the woman that will settle for less.
They're not there again.
I'm telling you, like seriously, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Me, I'm not settle for less. Okay, let's just give a scenario. Okay, for example, I get my man at a work. Would they okay? So you want to tell me say if my man work like I will come up here now?
No, of course not.
So you don't see. So woman they settle for less because
But I not to
some
settle for
woman
less.
they no, it's the same thing.
Now support.
No, it's the
Being
same thing.
supportive.
It's the same thing because if the man lost in job, they lost in value. Now so some man they go take
Not
her.
really.
Now so some man they go take her because like Mama Lami say, man if you don't give money, man and money. When you don't give money, woman they value. So woman they take her like say. No. I just tell an example for say, like if a man lost in job or in source of income, they lost in value as well. Because woman will tell you say, wait, like people are not the kites, go fair work and all. You know what I tell for say, and stuff then they. But I just say a woman then they were patient and they settle for that kind of situation and they. So settling for less in depends on the kind of situation wherein the woman and the man find themselves. Yeah, because me not go left him because of work left and I go do. No, if I didn't have them call her, whether I settle for less, whether whatever, but I will deal with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, going back on this, I think a necessary way we can get them kind of about things there for like let we talk, outlay other people and they listen because I will tell you for free, Patrick. A lot of the young people and depressed. And a handful of them in depression they come as a result of the relationship because they're not able to handle it well.
Yeah.
Some of them things they not get therapists the way and they discuss how it of somebody we can able give them that kind of advice. Say, look, this not the way you forgo, this not the way you forgo. A lot of the young ones they are lost because before you go into relationship you get to figure out what force you want inside that relationship. Not just one go inside it. Now how you go see this lady go don't know say now imparting man this. Not knowing what they are into in their relationship. They go bump into that relationship and scatter them. You know, all of them things then they put them together, it's wrong. You know, going back now make I say you get to use your educational level wisely because now the world
Hold that thought. Low answer this call quick, yeah? Hello, caller. I'll say the call for me. Your name?
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening. How are you doing?
How do you even know?
It's a contact easy Nicole.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, we hear you.
Now the audio is small and it gets clear.
We hear you, we hear you.
All right. A concern in what when I discuss on, when we sister, they talk about the kind of relationship right now about education, maybe they go outside, the language barrier also. I want to know the kind of relationship we want to try to talk about, because if you're boyfriend and girlfriend, or if not a wedding relationship, we want to do married. Because if you're not married, and obviously any way they go with you, your man or your wife, you will get anything for scared about language barrier. And language barrier, you know, come by money. Some people and they get their money, but their money and they speak for them. You know me say pass they go and talk or what they miss other people them. You see this one, what me believe in this one, language, no language, just get small basic of understanding of education no more, you done. And if any money, the other balance English now, balance language now, all things speak for you. Just say money no more. The other English and they go talk for you now. You don't need Boku Yabana in life. Now other people they can't talk for you now. Anything about right up, everything. Now other people they can't do for you. The only thing, you know, people in the way they done college, some of your brothers them, some of them right now then they sit on pancake. You know me say they're not educated. But then they ride keke, then they ride taxi, then they do so many things. We say you go meet up, and you're lucky. You go don't find yourself the best side. If they think about say, you go one leg God put you go down the day. You go they say, oh my guy, you again, pancake, but you don't go know everything at this world, na God na in it before. Anything. You go do such things LA. If you God not put blessing or God not say na yanda destiny day, and like you do any kind of thing, you need able for succeed. People in they don't educate, they don't get education, they don't pack and say some of the document and na cockroach they don't they don't get the kind of job what they want. Because some people they get some job, but job because of the job what you want. And then for people what you got to get first. You left the balance, say at the end of the day, the time they go, the age they go. And documents now in the old. Pass if you spoil. But you lifetime, it they go, it they destroy. So like my sister, what is that for talk about language barrier? You don't understand. Education not kind of language barrier. We get some of presidents they wouldn't in this world, right? They don't speak English. But now president, it they rule people them. Fine. Then they now the world. You get people that even salon they get money. So then they write a passenger sure say this and A. But my sister, education not kind of language, really.
Thank you.
So now that's me on concern no more. Yeah?
Thank you.
Well, first of all, this guy actually don't understand what we talk about now. Yeah, that's why I go say education, language barrier. That's not the thing. You need to forget the concept about what we say now.
The example you make, you know, you feel for reference as well. I make it.
Yeah, maybe that's why. But you need to understand what we talk about here. Okay. When we talk about education and language barrier, when we talk about relationship, and you ask whether in a marriage or relationship, just like let me say, where they go inside relationship, you know what you want.
No, of course.
You know what you to go for. All I try to say is that some man there, so as some woman and they settle for less. Some man there no go. Okay, you say education and language barrier. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, I just want to clarify things for him. I just try for tell and say some man they in this world or in this country so where they're educated and they keep woman when no go school when I illiterate.
No, of course.
Okay, fine. I give a clear example about one guy within our street. If you listen to this program, sorry, I just give you an example.
Calling him one now.
No, we do it for confidential.
Okay, no, it's cool.
Okay, this man here, so he go school. You understand? He's very wealthy. He gets a company, an IT company where they run for himself. He got in wife, but in wife we in there with, he married and based on sentiments. They can say this, they don't be a me, you understand? I'm people in a school. So I don't go play on great for I go marry that. But he hardly go out with his wife. Like something, and we have to go to neighbor there and friends there and close people and say, "Me money come on with me." If we get a important dinner, even there was a time when they get an award, like a wife, say like your wife for the day, like for support you and all, you never go with the woman. It went alone. In fact, I go with him picking there, and not go with the woman. And picking and go with. So like that be so gets to the woman that the woman be go. If she don't, also it's unfortunate for the day where they explain. So like me as a young person, I be careful ask her. See, they never ask you man the reason why and then take you out in that kind of places that everywhere they go get award way now you for the day for support I not go to you. They say no. I say well one thing you have to communicate with the man. Communication is another very important aspect in a relationship. So like after some time, I be the past time come and say, I'd ask me, I say the things if never make sense to me. Now I say why? My man say because of an outspoken and me not go embarrass her.
But when it comes to that, right? If, for example, if you're in a relationship with someone and then we come to that instance, we now come off from a level where from
the
grassroots,
ground.
Yeah, from
right?
the grass, yeah.
So you as the man, you're supposed to bring that woman there up. You're supposed to come to
Empower.
that level there.
Yeah,
where,
empower.
Where on our two they work hand in hand. So, but then again, sometimes the reason why I think say some man can let
They're
the woman
afraid.
be honest, exactly.
Because they're afraid say this one will come past me.
Yeah, yeah.
That's selfishness.
So which brings it back to what they talk just now about Smil Paddy them, where they work in the same place.
Selfishness.
And now the woman know they interact with more, and then that jealousy and self it happens. Now human is a human characteristic trait
Yeah.
we'll get. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Fair enough. I will tell you, say a supportive partner and anybody in life, now a blessing.
No, of
Yeah.
course. And it's hard
You
to
enough-
find nowadays.
Yeah, it's hard to find. Generally, one thing I can say nowadays, relationship is full of lies and deceit.
Yeah.
Because we live in a superficial world.
Exactly so.
Exactly.
Because you just see a man, see a woman, he'll just want a one-time fling thing. Instead of him walking straight up like a man, like you kind of go that way.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, now wait till I get to it.
Exactly.
We go off
And
face
same
value.
way, so the woman where you go meet, instead of see
Instead
wetin-
of package.
Exactly so. So we just the boggle, we serve like just like that.
Okay, let's
But-
take another caller, please, yeah? Caller, your name and who side you call from?
Call from Aberdeen on a good evening.
I'll sign ID, you know. Welcome to Cupcake Affairs. Hello, Alusign?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
You get me now?
Yes, yes.
And I want the example to my own big brother. I do in cause and started chat na I do. Actually, when woman we get now, woman not let her. But you will build the woman, make the woman you will understand. Woman not let her do up to now you let that. But if you that you understand how it work, it can now also anytime we then go, you will get pregnant.
Okay, we just lost that caller. Have a call back, yeah? So yeah, go ahead. The discussion today is education a major factor in a relationship.
So, going back to what I have to say, I feel so love now for crown it all.
Yeah.
But when you get a supportive partner, added up with education, it's a blessing. Like it's not like how they look down upon somebody who no learn. Yeah. Now look like what my sister just to say. They say we let we man there. This not highbrow to we now. Let we man there, not settle for less, because basically they are hunting, and they're so hot. They know what in they want.
Okay.
So if you as a man, if you settle for less, to be honest with you, okay.
Let me get this other caller, yeah? Caller, your name and who side you call from?
Huh?
Hello? Hello, caller?
Yeah. Yeah, my name is Moses Kaloko and I call from Locust, the eastern part. Hello.
Hello, you on?
Hello.
Yes, go
We'll
ahead.
get you loud and clear, Moses.
You dey get me?
Moses, turn your radio down, yeah?
Hello. Hello. So I think the network is coming, but I just have a small bit. I dey feel the show anyway. I dey listen and I dey follow online as well. So me you say I want follow you see the reason say love, fact, education sometimes, especially this with you them now, major fact. Make no mistake about it. Me not go and go bluff with me baby na say who say able to express himself. There is no possibility in that. If me go with me within a something, I go all into detail, say that this person and that person. Considering me own self side as we say I come out. Because me not go to work out somebody will not go school. So me to me say I don't know what that possible. Me education is value for me relationship. And I'm a factor way I know only anybody look at like that mind. So now your contribution to that is I also appreciate the guest them, I also appreciate yourself, Mr. Moderator. And we hope so this program will go to continue every Sunday for the educatory the people out there. And I thank you.
Thank you, caller. So for me, I also agree with the last caller, because me myself not the same way I value me or relationships.
So you don't see, Mama Lami, what I say?
You don't go back to me. You don't go back
So you
to
don't
the
see?
point. It's
Yeah, love for the relationship.
Yeah, love.
But
I think say
education.
love. You build up love as
the
relationship
the
they
person
go.
way they talk to you. So just as that caller, nobody like me in particularly. For crying out loud, why should I settle for less? I had a question
Like,
myself on that.
seriously.
Why should I settle for less?
But
The
you
best-
say not a major factor for
Yeah.
you.
Like not a major factor, like because as a man, I feel like say I can create space for somebody and groom them up. Even if it surpassed me, God
No,
knows.
of course,
yeah.
but when it comes to the level of grooming, that person they need for be at a certain standard where the level of understanding
I
is
feel in
changed.
relationship now you nurture them, now you build them.
Yeah, you can.
If you woman you don't nurture things with them to a point that you the man show insecurities, definitely you act less of a man. As a man, your utmost responsibility you get for the in charge of situation.
But as human beings, our job is we can't help insecurities. You know what I mean? We
Exactly.
cannot help
Even
insecurities.
God himself is a jealous.
So
spirit.
you can't say it's the level of insecurities. You know what I mean? Because Dandy.
Now, going back to what you be say you reference where you make you friend where a woman get the job.
Yeah.
A pop them out to show like say, oh, I be really want this and now my woman don't get her. I felt offended.
But no, not to the case. The been glady because
glady.
as when you're in a relationship, you guys are a unit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
The
nobody
two for
need
beca-
nobody
the two
need
for
the
beca-
vex.
the two for
Exactly.
become one.
So nobody need the vex say, hey, this person don't can pass me, because no, if this person in better, you said they better.
Patrick, the truth is,
Exactly.
with relationships then definitely get ups and downs. But one thing you as a man where you for able for do, if you're able for the in charge of situation.
But also keep in mind that we're human beings.
Exactly so. But one thing as a man, you not a responsibility for nag like how woman they nag.
What are you trying to say? Wait, I want to say something.
Okay,
yeah?
I can't.
No,
Largest
clear
make
this part for
No,
move
no,
forward.
no,
wait,
me on
wait.
this.
Wait.
If a
no,
man
wait.
show
No, wait, let ask the question
Okay,
before
go
you,
ahead.
man, no go forget.
Okay.
You say woman they nag. So if I dey talk with you, I mean, my nag they nag. How is that nagging? I dey teach you me how to say they nag. So why and for take with me hat?
No, that different. Maybe you misunderstand what I did for say. As a man, we get we aware how to do the thing. That you woman, you dey call and put her down and school her, talk to her and say, hey baby, this is it.
Okay, so we
One,
get
two,
another
one,
caller
two.
while the tension is getting hot in the studio. Look, answer this call, yeah? Caller, your name and location, please. Hello, caller? Okay, we just lost that caller there.
So as I be they say, as a man, if you as a man pop up insecurities, will allow you not ever able to in control of your woman. Are you not your relationship? How you build them? I know people them we don't come up from the grassroots and they are up right now. Then they and they still maintain it. Whilst you don't get people them where they meet partly on the way, then and this part.
But that also brings it back to exposure and educational level. Because if this person not exposed or not educated to a certain level and not gonna ever understand Nandi,
Exactly.
then you got on our two going to go back and forth. Let's say for example, like what they say about you neighbor.
Yeah.
When they carry in woman go to outings and then place them there. So if it's another woman, it begin like you say, nag, then it becomes a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
But with a level of education where we are two able for sit down and get a discussion and come to an understanding, then those issues won't
I
be.
still reiterate myself. Intellectual compatibility is a must. But why I say education also be a major factor.
But
As a-
intellectual compatibility is a must. Intellectual
is a must.
is a must.
Yes,
but
is a
education.
must.
So how do you become intellectual without
So-
some level of education?
So now, you as a man, let's just say, if your man pass you by education, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Why you forget problem with
Are
that?
you sure?
Answer the question,
No,
babe,
look,
if you could be
it's
sure.
I know woman the way the land pass the man.
Because it's known. It's a known factor that we woman get sense passing man, it is cock by man.
Yeah.
It can't buy
It-
man. Then at
regardless-
the end of the day,
regardless
at the
of
end of the
love,
day, party
regardless
outside
of
the
love.
end. It end at the lost road.
Yeah, it is,
It'll be
but
lonely.
that's-
It'll be lonely at the top.
Yeah, but
That
but
don't make
that's-
no sense
but that's-
because you don't let him make a bad decision. You woman of a crack by man. I say this.
Yeah, but
man
that's
for day on
what
top
the
of
level of education does. When the level of education, listen, because the
No,
factor
nothing saying
of,
education the cause that.
because the factor
maybe
of
na
ego,
maybe na the
the
woman
factor
in-
of ego comes in. Now, if I'm more educated than you, it becomes this factor of where control they come inside. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? So let's hold that thought and answer this caller. Caller, your name and location, please. Hello, caller.
Yes, I can't share the course of IMAT.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, well, I did relationship with this lady, you get me? But this lady, we don't take a full month now, but it's like, me, I don't born another side, but the more we meant to born, you know, they move again. So, my brother tell me to like, explain again, tell and say, I don't born. But it's like, me, they think I for tell and say I don't born. Because I, once I tell and say, I get to see when I name John, what vex 3 to 4 days on come down to a market and say well it's just a fun and not get the king, you know. But it's like the woman I really like her so much, you know, and I know her from me Sam. You get me? So do please I really need advice to go make put them to and say yes, not true I get the king, you know, because right now so I don't know what to do. And I like it's like me so much, you know. And I know I'm from missing love so much. Please, I need advice, okay? Hello?
Hello, caller. Will it get difficult
Yes,
to hear
yes.
you?
You get me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I say I deal with one lady women to the move. We don't take in 5 to 6 months now. Women to the move. You get me? But this lady before me to the move, I don't born another side. I don't born for other woman don't born for me. Women to the move. But the women to the move they born for me. We don't left. Because I catch her with man. I catch her the man they choose on a bathroom and to the play game. But on the other step, yeah. I feel ashamed. So it's like I feel for 1 year, I don't get woman. So this lady need to come up na IMAT, need to the move, na students, UNICEF, you know, workman. So need to can hook up, you know. It like me so much that I can't tell and say I start get picking in that phone way. What when I start get picking? It vex. You know, talk to me to 3 to 4 days. On earth, I call them back, I put them down, I tell them, say, when I phone him, I just the phone and they make to.
So waiting at your level of education or the lost that caller there?
Nobody get clearly on what they say.
So what TB Disciple says, I believe in our command, then it meets someone with na student.
Okay.
So they tell the students say get picking. So I guess that discussion, the fact they tell and say get picking, you might not like that. So I'm waiting maybe they try for ask them is if the level of education na a factor, the fact we're in our workman, then other person in a student. So maybe they're in a students for a higher degree. Maybe then they cause the rift in the relationship, but I guess we're not gonna.
You know, if we can just maintain within the topic there about, we'll not jump it off the topic, you know. Like, wait till the requirement of the program, they say, the educational level, if not a factor way, they affect relationship. Anybody where they see and say, because of you don't acquire some certain level of education, and if you act in a bougie manner, then you need for go revisit in thought again, because somebody would think about longevity in relationship. Before going to relationship, you have to plan first. Wait here one for go doing this relationship. Why most of relationships then they fail, it's because you just see this guy, you don't know much about him. You just rush into him. Then full of lies, full of deceit, then at the end of the day, you get out of the relationship weeping and crying. Love not the ultimate goal. now we for focus on. And I feel say why I still emphasize education for be a major factor. Even though I they say intellectual compatibility for be a must, but as a man as well, you forget for create room. For like you accommodate you woman, for like empower. Woman then the one thing about me, I'd always say and say me woman for look up to me, rather than me looking up look out to her. If it get past me, then it's fine. If you land past me, then it's fine.
But you're contradicting yourself in a way.
Exactly.
Because if you say,
What's that you daily?
if you say you woman, you need to look up to you woman, then if you woman get past you, that's a problem.
If me woman get past me, why it would be a problem?
Because you just said it. If you not look up to you woman, but you only woman look up to
I
you.
feel
then.
say woman they look up to a man better, way more better than how a man they look up to a woman.
I think in a relationship, in any relationship, it should be 50-50, equal.
No,
you know what I mean?
definitely from one side of the world, we know the same. So
It doesn't.
Nowadays, if you ask the woman them, what can you bring to the table? It is shy off from you.
Maybe the women that you.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
no.
I do my wing get.
Yeah.
Because not all, at all.
Nah. In fact, me and a person is very disciplined. I know it had to say. I had to go down back to the grassroots. Because I know I might be yabum say, hey, I'm how can talk to no land book will no matter in a society.
Okay, well, I just want
So
to
favor, add to it. Let get your last thoughts.
Exactly. Mama Lamin, like you're a very good speaker, you know. I don't catch two things from what you don't say. Okay, now, some man then they, okay, as you give example, like then they get the woman with land book, then they get other woman with no land book. You understand what I'm trying to say, right? Okay. I know this thing about men. It's like something I don't observe. I just say it because I don't observe her. Man, they in general, when they are desperate, sometimes you get these desperate men they out there. When they are desperate, then you look for level of education. What? Then you look for class.
So they said, what did they say? They settle for anything.
They settle for any kind of woman.
Okay.
I they tell you this for a fact.
But I think it goes both ways though. Because they're desperate woman yourself.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. We have desperate men and desperate women. Yeah, you get woman there. Okay, woman there better small.
Because you know woman.
No, I can't say woman better small. No, I need to talk because of me and woman. When I can say woman better small, no, listen me. When I can say woman better small, if woman will settle for less, at least maybe something go more stable will gain out of that relationship there. So as man as well. But I tell you about desperate man. Man, wait desperate. Whether you go school, whether you're in elite skate, whether you clean, whether you once you know money wants you. Just for that next day no more. Or just for whatsoever no more. It wants you.
Okay. All right, so here's what I think, okay? For me, I think the level of education doesn't really matter in a relationship as long as you guys are intellectually together. You know what I mean? In the sense we're not able to understand on ourselves.
That's the most
We
important
call it
thing.
now understanding partners.
Yeah, understanding.
Understanding girlfriend.
Yeah, so as long as we're not able to understand. For me, I need to go below the level of education for me. Because I need to be able to communicate with anybody with it
That's a
less.
major thing.
You know, if the communication is not there for the way that I talk, if I express myself, then and you self not able to express yourself the same way, then there's no connection.
So you know
there.
to create a room for like you.
No, absolutely not. Because I don't
You not
get
got time
I
for
don't
that?
get that time or that energy there. Because for me, I feel that there are other people in that same space as I am. Then I dey go for can groom you. I know. Not to say a bad thing. I just know they in that mental space for can begin picking up. Then I go. You say you can't to the level. You know? Yeah, because I feel say if I meet somebody who's on the same level as me, we can grow together.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that energy,
Faster.
that energy where they put on somebody with it for like catch up to me. I feel
slow
say
you
now,
down.
yeah, it slows me down. I waste of time. So the main thing is once you meet someone, when I get that level of connection, right? Because the first thing we see is physical attraction.
Yeah.
That's a must.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
physical attracted, and then we possibly open more today. You know, say, hey, this person,
Exactly.
we
No,
they on the
we're
same
more
right path.
evaluative power and idea. The moment where we talk, the words that
Yeah,
comes out
communicate.
from you.
But that goes with the level of
Now we
education.
didn't talk about.
Yeah.
This is what
No,
I'm
but
saying.
what's one and I will get my point is, I'm that kind of man. Even though your educational level can be up there, I can still create a room for you for groom you up.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me. Patrick don't call you now. Clearly say, ain't not get time for that.
Yeah.
Make him still be that kind of man. Despite my educational level, I can.
So you get time
I
for
can
groom.
take accolades on that. As well.
Okay.
No, I can easily walk away and say, you know, it's a largest, road off. But I want that person for this house they so they tell go thinking at this man.
But you can still do that with somebody who is on the same level as you.
Add more value.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Adding more value.
That's the same.
For me now, it's just
hypothetically, it's almost the same.
I don't
thing,
have
right?
the time
You don't have the
I don't have the time to groom you
Family
up.
owner, no, Patrick now, wicked man.
No, adding more value and add value different. Like
No,
you adding
No,
adding more value.
the thing- about me plainly from the start of this program, I bring and say intellectual compatibility is the most, and the value way somebody to bring come is very, very important. But in as much as Dandy, I still be that kind of person where they accommodate somebody despite your educational level and groom you up. So you as a woman, I'll just ask you this favor. You dey try to tell me, say, if I meet a beautiful young lady out there with so much potential where I don't see her, simply because of gets that kind of educational standard, let's just let them go?
No.
So
You don't see, because man then these days, a lot of men can take advantage over beauty. You can say, you see this beautiful young lady, we're not knowing worth it, not knowing value. If you stand for be that person with again that guide and put her up to that level, a lot of people man and they can come and get
well,
it.
that make us see.
I'm not scared. The
They're
thing is,
different
I'm not.
types.
Yeah, I'm not a shy type of guy who will tell you, say, if I bring me woman up to this kind of level, then at the end of the day, if you make that kind of way, there I will fit. No, I'm okay. I'm cool.
Neither am I.
Yeah, so.
Neither am I. But
So you see,
me just not getting patient.
Papa God na a blessing we bring we all
Of
come
course,
because
of
we
course.
make we all different.
That's why
Mm.
there are guys like you, we get our patience day for groom up.
Yeah.
For me now, we meet at a level and then we continue growing together.
That's
So-
fair enough.
So Fambulem, we don't come to the end of the show for today. But one thing I want to say is when you're in a relationship, the most important thing is just communicate with your partner before you get into anything serious, Understand each other's values and understand each other more importantly, All these discussions that would get are very key, Maybe you meet someone who values education. You meet someone who doesn't value education. For me, I value education in the sense where I don't want anybody with a below me level of education. That means that, it could be something that works for you, it could be something that doesn't work for you, but it's no hard feelings. So this is another edition of Cupcake Affairs on Epic Radio 99.3. I want to thank my guests, them today in our studio, and also my wonderful DJ waiting next to me, DJ Wonder, and the whole Epic Radio family. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're still the one I love.
You don't know who to talk to.
There are some people they are just cheats, right? But here we are talking about besties.
Well, welcome to Girls Talk. Here on Girls Talk, we discuss everything that has to do with ladies and their relationships.
So when a woman wants a particular man, there's a way we do things. We body language. My voice is small past so.
Also, we get for the play entertaining and exciting games them.
Una no miss this.
Oh
my God!
Not forget the gist part. Of course, Time Maggie get for the take place now.
They can deal with one person they bat another, like more than 1, 2, 3.
Always watch Girls Talk right here on Flick TV.